Barakta Yahweh, Barakta Yahushai, Barakta Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akwakadash. Double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of Great Stone Rule Well, to the Akim and the Falcons of the Earth, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. Yeah, it's one thing, in this truth you always have to keep track of, man, and to distinguish, what you can accomplish in this world and what the Most High can assist you with. And that's the issue of our deliverance out of the land of Egypt. How the Lord was able to use our forefather Moses to deliver us, man. So it just proves to you, man, that certain things you can't go, you know, according to your own might, according to your own frustrations and agenda, trying to, accomplish certain goals. You just have to let the Lord do it, because everything happens on the Most High's time. All right, that's the essence of this whole lesson being put forward. You have to remember that. You can always, follow up with what Moses did when he was trying to deliver, you know, his fellow Israelite from being smitten to death by the Egyptian. All right, and what did he do? He ran. You know, he ran after Jay couldn't contest. Couldn't contest with with the pressure. To keep his mouth shut. So that's why we tell brothers, man. You just gotta let the Lord take care of business for you, because you can't help the folks of this world on your own accord. The Lord has to be with you. So I'm going to read from the book of Exodus chapter 3. I'm going to read from verse 1 to verse 8. So it says, Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law. So after he fled from Egypt into Midian, he married. All right. His father, okay. Now Moses fled. Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock to the backside of the desert and came to the mountain of the Most High, even to Horeb. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. Why? Because it wasn't really a fire. It was the aura of the angel's presence that made Moses wonder why, certain things are not happening. Because the laws of this world are different from the laws of the Heavenly Father. What's possible in the physical is totally different from what's taking place in the spiritual. All right. So I'm going to read from the book of Psalms, chapter 104, verse 4. It tells you that the Lord is capable of making certain things happen. It says, Who make his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire. And that's the image that Moses was able to encounter. All right. And then verse 3 says, and Moses says, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burned. And when the Lord Yahweh saw that he turned aside to see, Most High called unto him out of the midst of the bush and said, Masha, Masha. All right, that's how you say Moses in the Lashon Kodash. And he said, Here am I. And he said, Draw not nigh hither, put off thy shoes from off thy feet, for the place where thou standest is holy ground. All right, and that's a shadow of things to come in the future. Okay. Moreover, he said, I am the power of thy father, the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, the power of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon the Elohim. All right. And then verse 7 says, And the Lord Yahweh said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people which are in Egypt, and have. Yeah, my alarm just had to go off on that one. Whew. And the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. So that's you know, the topic you always have to keep in mind, because we're still in captivity. And the Lord hears the wailing of our people, man, across the four corners of the earth, whether it's at the borders, down over there in the southern United States, whether it's in West Africa, whether it's in Europe, North Africa, Southeast Asia, the Middle East. The Most High hears the cries of our people, all right? And then salvation will come. It's only a matter of time, okay? And I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of the land unto a good land, all right? To bring them out of that land unto a good land and a large, unto a land flowing with milk and honey, unto the place of the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Amorites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites. Yeah. So when it's time for our people to be delivered, the angels of the Lord will make their presence known. And I can already getting that confirmation. All right. They're seeing that glow in the sky. All right. Brothers are having visions of encountering angels, seeing angels face to face. So it's about to be a beautiful deliverance, all right? And what happened before our people got delivered out of Egypt? The Lord had to plague, all right, the kingdom of Egypt, okay? So the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse 8 says what? Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord. All right, and that's a common, how you say it, a common requirement of the Lord. All right, to us, that you gotta wait till He gives the say so. All right, and Moses wasn't really successful initially because he lost patience. All right, but when the Lord gave him the green light, that was it. Nothing could stand in his way. All right. Therefore, wait ye upon me, said the Lord Yahweh, until the day. All right, there is a specific day. All right, until the day that I rise up to the praise. So the Lord has already set that particular point in time when He's going to get down with the business. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Yep. So it's gonna be ugly for a lot of people, man. That the Lord is gonna come against in these last days, man. All right, to deliver our people, all right, out of this captivity. So the book of Sirach, chapter 34, verse 13. It says, "The spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth them." All right. So that's all it's about, man. When you are worried about the the conditions of our people, you have to put your trust in the Lord. All right. The spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth them. All right. And that's how it's supposed to be. All right. You shouldn't be forward and lose your patience, and then you start acting out, and then you end up losing the marbles. You get to have how you say, an unstable mindset, because you're looking over your shoulder because you messed up. All right. That's why it's necessary to let the Lord handle the situation, and all you gotta do is just follow simple instructions. All right. So all those folks thinking that picking up arms and protesting and rioting is going to deliver our people, it's not. All right. It's a spiritual deliverance. All right. And the example of Moses is a very, very perfect incident to keep in mind. He couldn't do it by himself, so the Lord had to send an angel to let him know how it's supposed to be done. All right. So another precept will be from the book of Jeremiah. Book of Jeremiah. Yeah. So always remember the history, man. Okay. The ups and downs of our struggles. Okay. Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 14. It says, "And I will be found of you, said the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai Bashim Kadash, and I will turn away your captivity, and I will gather you from all the nations and from all the places whither I have driven you, said the Lord, and I will bring you again into the place whence I caused you to be carried away captive." So we're going to be returning to our homeland, all right, very soon, when the Lord handles the business for us, okay? So our people trying to go over there themselves and try to set up roots, they are not in the right mindset, all right? So they are destined, to be plagued with heartaches and depression and sadness and oppression, all right? Because the heathen is an authority over there. Even the heathen are also oppressed by their own so-called leaders, all right? So it's in the hands of the Lord. Okay, it's in the hands of the Lord for things to work out perfectly, not in the hands of man. All right. So upsetting prophecy is not possible. All right. So it's a Most High's program. He decides who, what, where, when, how, why. Yeah. So it's all the basics of the scriptures, man, of how the Lord wants it to go down, because it is the creator, the former and the end of all things. All right. So, book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 6 says, "Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and every man deliver his soul. Be not caught off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord Yahweh's vengeance. He will recompense unto her. He will render unto her a recompense." Yeah, so our people need to stop trying to get, their inheritance here in Babylon, man. Babylon's not gonna get you any further to your salvation, so you can't really hold on to it. All right, and our people, always got that Stockholm syndrome. Wanna remain in Egypt, thinking that's the life that they will, we are created to live. That's a misconception, because our people are supposed to be holy. So why settle for less? Why settle for for a tradition of the heathen that's abominable to the Heavenly Father. All right. So it's just the point that I can, always remember that, man. Trying to make things happen is not gonna work. All right, it doesn't work. It's in the Lord's hands to make things happen. All right, so that's why you just gotta let the Lord have His way, man. You just gotta let the Lord have His way. Yeah, you just gotta let the Lord have His way. And I'm gonna read this one real quick. From the book of Job, chapter 33, verse 16. It says, Then he opened the ears of man and sealed their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. So the Lord is in control, man, and there's no counsel that can stand against the decrees of the Lord. Okay, so all that forming of militias and all that, you know, trying to form a political party doesn't change anything. All right, so the Lord decides what's going to happen, and the experience of our forefather Masha is a beautiful experience. The Lord had to show him how to go about it, and that's what our people needs, man. They need a spiritual guidance. All right, yeah. So it's just one thing, man. To take a look into. It's a lot of meat in that story. Okay, so you just gotta pray, man. You just gotta pray that you're on the right path. All right, the Messiah is not looking for rebels. The Messiah is not looking for so-called freedom fighters. He's not looking for legislators and activists. He's just looking for people that are willing to worship Him in spirit and in truth. So that's the point that I can always remember, man. You're always gonna have that moment in your life. Why you say the so-called burning bush moment, when the Lord will have to send you a message through His angels to get you on the right track, and then you're gonna see mountains move. All right, Shalom.